So we're on the latest firmware of the R6, 1.1.1. Why couldn't it just be 1.2, first of all? We're gonna test the stabilization. Is it improved? And I got a couple different lenses to test. I wanna retest that 24mm stabilized lens. That's a lie. And we got a Voigtlander 15mm that's so much lighter than this. Could it be the alternative of the century? Let's find out.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
All right, so we're walking now. How we doing on it? Latest firmware. Is it stabilized? Let's try to be. Is that good? I tell you, the wide angle, I think that's the problem. If you zoom into, let's say 18-ish, should be completely gone. But is it? Problem is, I want to be wide out like that. So a couple observations. I made a video with this firmware in the house, in the studio, and it didn't overheat. It didn't. It took a long time, way longer than I could have recorded for. It was well over an hour. I forget the number. I already did it. Don't make me think. The only problem would come if you wanted to make multiple videos back to back to back in 4K. It will eventually overheat. Then you have to back it off to scrub mode, and you're good. And if this IBIS is improved, then you have a somewhat decent camera now. The R6, the R5 I can't really speak to because it's too hard to edit the files. Like, I will try a 1080p vlog and see if the quality is good enough, but we know that this looks better than the R5's 1080p for sure, better than the line skipped 4K, and those are way too hard to edit. So it's deal break town. Is the Stabe any better if I hold it by the lens? Why should that be completely better? It's more comfortable too. Oh boy, I debunked myself. I never do things right, ever. A lot of people are saying there's a lot of noise in the shadows. Am I just underexposed as F? Always? There. It just doesn't feel right to me. We're up. It says 2 stops over. Is that cleaner now? I saw the Fuji X-T4 bring shadows back better. I mean, highlights back better. The Canon brought the shadows up better, but I underexposed the Fuji 1 extra stop like a moron. But is this fantastic? It probably is, but I don't trust it. Too many beeps. Okay, I put digital Stabe on. How's that doing? And how was it performing so far? Good enough? Is it better at all? Because I find it's not very good. And then you have this super heavy, expensive setup that not even as good as a little GoPro. That kind of hurts. It hurts the wallet, hurts the face, and we don't expose for the face ever. That's cool. I love that. So I'm gonna switch to the Voigtlander 15mm. It's a Toneh 4.5, but it's so light compared to this. If it looks as good, we might have something. What's on the lens? That's like a freak ant. Oh, it's trying to take over this camera. Okay, I'll turn digital Stabe off here so you get used to that again, and then we switch. Okay, back to loser mode. No digital Stabe. We're still on the 15 to 35. Now we're gonna switch in motion to the Voigtlander. Let's do it. What are you doing? Is that jumping like I think it is? We're on the Voigtlander. Okay, user error strikes again. Strikes again hard. That's all me, fellas. I had to change the focal length. Why is it that Fuji and Canon don't warn you? Panasonic, as soon as you turn the camera on, Panasonic's like, oh, do you want to switch your focal length? You're at the wrong one. Do you want to come over here to the correct side? And then you switch it. Whereas these, whatever. Well, you'll figure it out later in your next video. Oh, unbelievable. So we were at 50mm stabilization. Now we're at 15. That already looks a lot better. But is it warping, waving? Is it the most glorious thing you've ever seen now? That the user error is behind us. Oh, that is terrible. Unbelievable. Am I in focus? There's focus peaking. It doesn't look like it's on. Now possible. It looks like everything has a slight peaking ability to it. What are we doing on it? Is it smooth? Will the auto ISO compensate as we go? Oh, it's doing it. 800. 500. It doesn't care about me. It cares about the sky. Seek the heavens on your own time, asshole. Oh, the door opened. Oh, that was bad timing. Oh, I'm not belonging here. Okay, now we got digital stab on. Is this the most smooth thing you've ever seen? Am I on a college campus? I do believe I am. There's a lot of people. You can see them. They're not in their Toneh farm. They can strike at any time. That can't be stable, cross-arming it like that. So far, if I was vlogging and this lens is stabilizing and doing good, that'd be a lot easier. You wouldn't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about the autofocus. And if you wanted the smoothest footage you've ever known, you put it on enhanced stabilization and you just glide your way to work. Bring your kid to work day. Is that the smoothness we've been looking for? All right, I want to switch to that 24mm because that was terrible. And let's just see if they fixed it. I doubt they did, but they might. Okay, we're on the EF 24mm 2.8. It's a stabilized lens. We got IBIS and lens working together, which they didn't last time I tried, but maybe it's fixed. Too bad Canon released their firmware update 1 day later. The world would have never known their issues, but I found it. So is this better now? There's no digital stab on. That got a little weird. That looked weird. It looked bad. I'm dark. What I was thinking with this lens, when the EOS R just came out, I was like, okay, the 24mm adapted, that's stabilized, plus the digital of the EOS R, that would work out. Then we add IBIS here, you'd think that, oh, three things working together, but they're not. Unless it says dual stab, it's not a cooperation. I think Fuji does it with their kit lens, has dual stab and it works. Panasonic, it's dual stab, like it's fantastic. Although I find even the 12mm prime is just as stable as their kit lens for my uses. This looks terrible. Let's put digital on. Okay, digital stab is on. It feels like it's performing better, but until I see it on screen, I won't know. But this is what this firmware is supposed to do. IBIS behaves better with stabilized lenses, so hopefully that means their EF lenses are working better now. Because if not, then you can't, there's no wide lenses except that beast, the 15 to 35. So what would you even get? The Voigtlander, how'd that perform? That's probably only 15 bucks at Walmart. So we're good to go on that. I think there's a Samyang 14mm 2.8 people keep telling me about in the comments. That could work, but I don't know about those Samyang lenses. They have weird colors. I thought I was about to get hit by a car. I don't move fast enough to avoid them. You know that. Okay, we found it. We found the cinema. Enhanced stabilization on a 24mm lens. It makes it a 50, and it's good. It's good. I brought the 50 1.2 to vlog with because I think it will be perfect. And I want to see if it's stabilized well because it has no stab in the lens. Don't quote me on that. Let's switch to it. My God. Oh. The cinema. Oh, God. Oh, wow. You might have to stabilize that one. Is it smooth? If you're double-handing it, which you should, your wife tonight. What? Let's be honest, this is the best vlogging lens ever made. It's light. You get to see plenty of the background and what's going on. It's just a good lens. It's designed for vlogging. When people are around you, they're like, oh no, I'm in the shot now. Where are they? They're there. Is that a blue sign or? It's a recycling post. I thought it was a woman. All right, let's put digital stab on to see if we can correct some of these micro jitters. There it is. We got it. I just wanted to show you my city. It's beautiful here. That's a building. Could you tell? That's the parking garage. Wow, look at all this stuff. So nice. It's good content. Just this. A lot goes unsaid in the unspoken world. Okay, enhanced stabilization's on. This is about top of the mountain. Sell your gimbal because you got it. You don't need it anymore. Can you tell what city I'm in? You can leave, background. You're no longer needed here. Oh God, that did not work out the way I planned it. That did not work. Oh, that's a bitch. Oh, I look foolish. Oh, hey. You could make this work. I should have brought my external audio recorder so I could have went further away, but that's the magic of full frame. When you're like 15 feet away, it's just this 3D separation. It's lust. So I'm gonna go do a bunch of stupid shots where I'm far away from the camera, but still magical. And the autofocus will definitely latch on to me like it did in this situation. To music, to end the video. And I'm gonna leave. What do you think? Firmware approved? I'll say one thing about the color science in the R6. It's not as good as the R5, but it's still better than most other cameras. It's just a bit weird sometimes, but it's decent. It's not a bad little camera. If today's stabilization was usable, that is, and the autofocus wasn't hunting as much, because I changed the settings that seemed to help, but usually with Canon, you don't have to change anything. It's like every mode works well. So I'm gonna leave. Thank you for buying a Fuji Assassin t-shirt. Subscribe for more videos. Say anything. Synergistic wisdom is wisdom.